Well, hello. Welcome to American Reversion. I am Steve Smith, and good afternoon. Yesterday, I said good morning, and Mrs. Snerdly says it's not morning, it's afternoon. Day gets away from me, and I don't come on here at a particular time. So sometimes I think it's morning when it's not, but I know this is afternoon, so good afternoon. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to all the new people, and welcome to the new folks on both YouTube and on Patreon. And like I say, every morning I get up and I see, wow, we got a lot of new people. We are about to reach kind of an important point in our growth. I won't tell you exactly what that is, but you all are a part of it, and I thank you so much. And I think that today might be the day that puts us over the top of this one little goal here. So thank you all for being here. And we ask that you, if you like what's on here, share it with your friends, give us a like, make sure that you subscribe and check back with us occasionally, because I know that there's sometimes some funny business that goes on and people get, ooh, gee, I'm not subscribed anymore. Anyway, I have a little bit of a treat for you all in just a second. First, I want to let you know that this program is brought to you by my book, The Reversion, that talks about the collapse of America, not from political situations like is going on now, but from an EMP, a CME. But it does talk about how I think it should be rebuilt. And we talk a lot about the basic principles and values on which America was based, and which most of us think it should return to. And that's where I got the title for this channel from this book, The Reversion. I talk about going back to the way things used to be and should be, and worked out very well. And it's also brought to you by my latest book for those of you who want to know about it, the one that just came out, The Blessings of Freedom. It's the 5th book in the Stonemont series. And whoops, my computer, there we go. And yes, there are numbers 2, 3, and 4 between the two, but I'm just showing you those. So if you like that kind of, their novels, they talk about the world falling apart and building it back up again the right way, and about people and communities and those things that we think are important. And I said yesterday, maybe I should keep saying this. If you like goodness, if you like America, if you like your mother, if you like apple pie, I think you'll like those books. So they're available on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback. You can just look for them under the Stonemont series or The Reversion with my name, Stephen C. Smith, and you'll find them. There's also a way, I don't know if I put it on this channel or not. I'll check. I won't even mention it. Okay, I'll check before I mention it. Also, the surprise that I have for you, we got some comments from yesterday from a couple of our people, Doc Galt being one. He says, you need to buy Mrs. Snerdly, one of those fruity drinks that so many of the ladies like, because she deserves it. Well, she certainly does. And somebody else says, will Mrs. Snerdly make that's Kelly, my wife. That's what we call her for you new people here. My name is not Snerdly, neither is hers, but you all know what that is a loving reference to, right? The big guy. Not the big guy as in Hunter's laptop big guy, but the guy who started all of this, and that's Rush Limbaugh. So somebody else said, will Mrs. Snerdly be making an on-camera appearance? Mrs. Snerdly is camera shy, but I have put a picture of her, with her permission, and it kind of brings the two together. I have put a picture of her with her birthday peach Bellini over on the Patreon channel. For those of you who want to put a face to her, she's not here right now. She'll probably pop in the middle of this, but we'll see. With what was I saying? So it puts the two together that, I should get her a drink, and will she be making an on-air appearance? So for those of you who want to put a face to, that's where I was going, want to put a face to the voice and the giggle, a picture of her is now over on Patreon. It's her drinking a peach Bellini in the Buzzard Bar on her birthday recently. Her birthday's not today, but she thanks everybody. She already has some birthday wishes today. After I put it up, people saying happy birthday. Well, she thanks you. And is at the Buzzard Bar at Big Cedar down at Table Rock Lake. It's where we love to go. We go there as often as we can get away. And it's just a great place. If you're ever down around Table Rock, go past Big Cedar. If you want to stay there, it is the best place in the world. I wish they were a sponsor. They're not. I'm just talking about them because we love them so much. And go down there. And even if you're not staying there, go down for dinner at the Buzzard Bar on the resort property. And make sure that you get there at 8:39, something like that, when the singing cowboy comes in. He's a funny guy. He puts on a good show. Well, anyway, so if you go over and you look at her picture, that is Mrs. Snerdly. That is her peach Bellini in her fist. I won't say whether it's her first or her fifth, but no, she doesn't drink that much. But and that's where we were. Okay, we have a lot to get to today. Got some serious stuff, and we've got some. It's all serious. Yeah, it's all serious. Some of it is just ridiculous. It's hard to know whether to be serious or to laugh at them or whatever. But we can laugh at them and still be serious about it. This first part is not the laughing at them part. There is I'm going to start with this. We're going to go through some other stuff, and then come back to this. So for those of you who are washing dishes while you listen to me, that's the plan for today. There is a famous quotation out of Ernest Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. Did you know that he used to write for the Kansas City Star right here in Kansas City? I'm not a big fan of Hemingway, but there it is. Some people seem to like him, right? Anyway, there's a quote out of there, The Sun Also Rises. It said, "How did you go bankrupt?" 2 ways is the answer: gradually and then suddenly. That's right. We're going to come back around to that. And then I have something from John Adams. He says, "I do not say that democracy has been out." You all put on your thinking caps because you all are smart. And I tell you what, I can't wait to hear your all's response and your comments to these things. He says, "I do not say that democracy has been more pernicious in the whole and in the long run than monarchy or aristocracy." Democracy, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to pause you for just a moment because I forgot to put on my mic. I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't put on the mic. I'm just going to try to make sure that I talk loud enough because I didn't want the sound to be all whacked out. But I apologize for not putting on my mic. I just forgot because Mrs. Snerdly wasn't here to tell me. Okay, let me start this over again. John Adams. "I do not say that democracy has been more pernicious on the whole and in the long run than monarchy or aristocracy. Democracy has never been and never can be so durable as aristocracy or monarchy, but while it lasts, it is more bloody than either. Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not commit suicide. It is in vain to say that democracy is less vain, less proud, less selfish, less ambitious, or less avarice than aristocracy or monarchy. It is not true, in fact, and nowhere appears in history. Those passions are the same in all men, under all forms of simple government, and when unchecked, produce the same effects of fraud, violence, and cruelty. We're seeing that today, aren't we? Okay, we're going to come back to that because this is about the collapse of the American empire. Let's go to the stories of the day. I'm going to put the link to this, or I might put it separately. Yeah, I can put this separately over on the Patreon channel. I'll put it over there, and it's a video from MSNBC in which they talk about and they show the poll numbers. I don't even know the guy's name. Is there a guy over there named Todd something or Todd something? I don't know. I don't watch CNN, but I know that he's famous as far as a CNN person could be famous with the few viewers that they have. The title of it is "Poll Numbers Push Democrats into a Dangerous Territory in Midterm meter. So he's up there, Todd, I don't know, and he's showing how horrible things are for the Democrats in the midterms. And I will be posting that over there. It's something. When you see MSNBC or CNN starting to say how horrible things are going to be, you know things are bad as we think they are. And like Rush used to say, the only thing that when you're dealing with the pollsters or these so-called news outlets, they don't want to be wrong. I mean, they want to push their agenda. But when it comes closer and things are getting horrible, then you finally see what they're really thinking and what the truth. You're getting closer to the truth, as close as you can get with them. And because they will finally say, oh, looks like, and then they'll try to put out there as close to the truth as they can recognize the truth, because they don't want to be wrong. And so you're going to want to see that. It's something that I played twice just for enjoyment factor. We have something here. What's happened with this country? This shows a couple of things that's happened. This is from the Western Journal. Medical student says she purposely botched procedure because patient questioned her pronoun pin. Okay. Okay. People who work in the medical field, I'm reading the article now. It's by Grant Atkinson. People who work in the medical field make a commitment to uphold ethics and make every effort to avoid inflicting harm on patients. One student from Wake Forest University's medical school said she betrayed that commitment because she was offended. On Sunday, Shirley Obuabi, MD, posted a tweet about transphobia in her line of work. According to Fox News, Obuabi is a Ghanaian American physician and author, and she is firmly on the political left. My badge has had she/her pronouns for a year, Abuabi wrote on Twitter. I'm cis. I have only recently come to learn that means straight. And I wear it to help my patients and colleagues who fall under the trans umbrella feel a little more comfy. In the last few weeks, several cis patients have berated me for it. Many people responded to Abuabi's tweet with their own stories about experiencing transphobia. Most of these supposedly, I'm still trying to learn how to say that word right, horrifying stories would barely raise an eyebrow for many Americans, but if these people want to get worked up about it, they have a right to their feelings. What people do not have the right to do, however, is physically harm someone because they are offended at his so-called transphobia, which of course is stupid because that means fear and nobody's afraid of these people. But that is exactly what Keishel Del Rosario bragged about doing on Twitter. Del Rosario is a fourth-year medical student at Wake Forest, Fox News reported. In a response to Obuabi's tweet, Del Rosario shared what she did to a patient who questioned a pronoun pin she was wearing. I had a patient I was doing a blood draw on see my pronoun pin and loudly laugh to the staff. She, her, Del Rosario wrote. Well, of course it is. What other pronouns even are there? It? She says, I missed his vein. Well, Mrs. Snerdly, how are you?
Hello.
She's back. She made it back before I'm done, before I needed too much memory help. I just shared with them that your picture is over on Patreon, drinking your birthday peach Bellini.
I'll take another one, too.
She'll take another one, she says. And she wanted me to pass on thank you for all the birthday wishes that she's already gotten over on Patreon. So she'll be answering those here in a little while. Get your nails done?
I did.
Okay, she got her nails done. Maybe they're peach. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting back to Del Rosario. Remember this, that she had a patient she was doing blood work on. They saw her pronoun pin, laughed loudly, and said, she, her, what else? What else is there? What are the pronouns? And then she says, I missed his vein, so he had to get stuck twice. Huh. Well, do you know what that is? That's aggravated assault. Now, She, Del Rosario, has since deleted her account, but the Twitter account Libs of TikTok posted a screenshot of the comment. So the hospital there is looking into it, but I'll tell you what that is. That is aggravated assault. That is stabbing someone. She deliberately stuck a needle into a human for no reason. She should be thrown out of school. If she has any license that she has, should be revoked, should be rescinded for good. She should never be allowed to be back in the medical field at all. She should be prosecuted for aggravated assault. She should be, if she is found guilty, which she should be because she admitted to it herself, she should be sentenced. What that sentence is, I'll leave it up to the jury, but she should be sentenced for aggravated assault or torture. One of the two. I know that having a needle stuck in you to draw blood is not that big a deal. They've missed it on me too. But she did it on purpose. She should be prosecuted and sentenced to the full extent. We will see what, and then it needs to be reported everywhere so that this never happens again. We will see. What do you think the odds are that we'll see anything about that, huh? Okay, here we go. King County banned white staff from a workshop and tried to cover it up. What do you suppose this could mean? You know, before I left the health system that I worked with for over 12 years, the hospital, I was just hoping that I would be required to attend one of these diversity meetings because I was looking forward to sharing with them my honest opinion. It would have been fun. It would have been fun. Okay, a King County, I don't know what state this is in, and it doesn't matter. What matters is that it happened. A King County agency hosted a radical seminar that claimed dieting and traditional concepts of health are racist. Are you on the edge of your seat wondering how that could possibly be? I was. But it was the rules for who could attend that were racist. It purposefully excluded white people. In fact, when a white person showed up, he was banned from the meeting, and county officials tried to cover this controversy up. The King County Department of Human Resources announced the remote workshop, Anti-Blackness and Diet Culture, in an all-staff email newsletter. It was part of the county's Balanced You program. For those of you doing dishes, while you listen to me, I just made the air quotes. Let's see. Balanced You. Yes. Which focuses on staff wellness. Tacoma-based Liberating Jasper, Tacoma, Washington, right? I assume. Liberating Jasper. That I don't have any idea. I don't know what that means. It's capitalized, Liberating and Jasper. So it must be some group named Liberating Jasper. I don't know who Jasper is. I don't know from what he needed or they needed to be liberated from. I have no idea. But anyway, which conducted the workshop. This organization, based in Tacoma, named apparently Liberating Jasper, they conducted the workshop, claims dieting is harmful to black people. And that, quote, again, the air quotes for you over there washing dishes, Western ideals of attractiveness and health are steeped in whiteness, end quotes. It even implies that obesity can be healthy. Despite claims to the contrary, the workshop intentionally excluded white people. Indeed, the event was promoted both publicly and privately for BIPOC employees only. Now, I have read, it's been a long time because I don't really read this stuff. I don't care. I have read some time back what BIPOC means. I believe the POC, P-O-C, it's B-I-P-O-C. I believe the POC stands for people of color. As you can see, I am beige. My daughter tells me that I'm peach colored, but I don't know. Did you hear that? Did you hear that giggle in there? Sounds like Mrs. Snerdly is getting into the peach Bellini. Uh, there she goes again. So anyway, BIPOC, people of color. I don't know what the bi means. I don't. Okay, let me know, will you? Would you all let me know? King County Executive Dow Constantine's office. Wow, what a name, Dow. Claimed the discriminatory description of the event was in error, but scores of emails obtained by the Jason Rantz show on KTTH revealed the intention was, in fact, to exclude white people. Raise your surprised hands out there for everybody who's surprised. Do I see? Yeah. Nobody. Okay. A white staffer was booted from the workshop. He got in there surreptitiously, apparently. One white King County Sheriff's Office staffer was banned from the workshop due to his race, according to the complaint obtained via public disclosure request. Aren't those things just terrible? Freedom of information, public disclosure. Wow, when you can really find out the truth of something, that is so horrible to people who are trying to oppress others, isn't it? No matter what foot the oppressive boot is on. So according to this public disclosure request, the incident occurred moments after the staffer turned on his webcam. So this was done by web, right? So it's like, Zoom meetings and all that. This is the staffer. During the first few minutes, I had my front-facing camera turned off and was enjoying the training, the employee said in an email to Interim Sheriff Patty Cole Tyndall. That means apparently the camera facing her. I turned my front-facing camera on so they saw she was white and was promptly removed from the training. I am a white male county employee. I said nothing in the training and my microphone was on mute. I tried to rejoin the training and was blocked from doing so as it said I was removed by the host. In his email complaint, the staffer asked if other attendees were removed, but concluded I was kicked out of a work training session based solely on the color of my skin. I have read and heard that there used to be things in this country, America, the United States. America is not a country. The United States of America is. You all know that, but that was for anybody just kind of coming through from Raytown, Missouri. I've heard that things like that used to happen, but that they were wrong and that they got fixed by laws. I don't think you can do that. I think it's illegal to do that. Isn't it illegal to do that, Mrs. Snerdly? Isn't it illegal to exclude someone because of their race?
Depends what race you are.
Oh, my. Oh, I don't know if I can leave that on, Mrs. Snerdly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my gracious. Oh, my. They might pull this channel down for that. But we will go on bravely as if we think that they won't. Okay, I'm going to post that up there for you all to be able to read the whole thing yourself. Now let's go to a Pennsylvania judge rules in favor of parents. What? Ruling in favor of parents? How can this be? It removes 5 board members, 5 school board members over mandatory masks in school. Let's see what this is all about. Did you hear about this one, Mrs. Snerdly? Did you read this one on your own?
I did.
You did? You did it without waiting for me to advise you about it? Okay. Okay. The petition also alleged school directors have created and implemented illegal policies that violate constitutional rights, such as such, cause irreparable harm. I like that, irreparable harm. Okay, let's read about this, and let me check my time. You know what? You guys, I'm going to have to do 2 today because I'm not going to have time to get back to that first one that I was talking about. I'll read fast. A Pennsylvania judge ordered the removal of 5 school board members in Westchester on Tuesday after a parent petitioned the courts to remove school board members that voted to make masks mandatory in schools. Judge William P. Mahon, ruled that all 5 Democratic Westchester area school district board members need to be removed from office. Those members are board president Sue Tierman, doesn't matter who they are, Joyce Chester, Kate Shaw, Karen Herman, and Darrell Darnell. Judge Mahon wrote that his decision came after there was no response to the petition. That's right, down here. So it was put up with Moms for Liberty. And they said, that's right, all 5 school board members removed in Pennsylvania school district because they brought legal action against them. Okay? You think that political action doesn't work. This is proof that it does. These are people that got up, Moms for Liberty. There's others. There's so many women. You are doing the work out there. You are doing the work. Time after time after time, I read something about a mother's group or a single mother, not meaning a single mother as if no parent and no other co-parent. Should I say co-parent instead of husband? I'm not sure what to do to stay out of trouble here. Husband, okay? A single woman or a group of mothers go out there and take it to this animal, the system, and get things done. You know, is it still International Women's Month, Mrs. Snerdly? Is it?
Last day.
Last day? I knew about that. I'm so happy to be able to do this, and I would like to celebrate Mrs. Snerdly and all of you out there. The last day of International Women's Month, and might I point out to you, International Women's Month was a month with 31 days in it, the longest that a month can get. Good for you all. Good work. You know what, folks? I'm going to have to save the other 2. I know that I led into it with the first stuff on here, but I'm going to have to do a second one on this because what I'm getting into with the collapse of the American Empire, slowly and then rapidly, I just don't have time for, and it is important because I want to include as much as I possibly can. If there's anything else that I want to put on here, I'll be talking also about Joe Biden's new Pentagon Secretary nominee is a Pfizer's former global project lead who blasted conservatives as nut jobs. That'll be coming up in the next hour, in the next hour. Anyway, you all, thank you for being here. Share this with your friends if you would. Like I said, we're about to make a milestone. We might make it with this one today if you will share it and if you will watch, get people to watch. If you want to, if you would like to support us, we sure appreciate it. The way to do that is there's a link down there to our Patreon channel. Join us, please, as a special member and wish Mrs. Snerdly a happy birthday as you see her picture as she's enjoying her peach Bellini. And remember that America needs a reversion or something. And whatever it needs you to be a part of it. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.